What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dead on Dave, and we are here to talk to you guys about, well, basically, eat it. Eat it. That's what I'm here to say. Very simply, eat it. To everybody who wrote on my posts, my videos last week when I talked about this sale, how it was happening, how it was not officially going to be announced, and 2 days ago when I said that within a week, this sale would be announced official. I got all kinds of backlash, people calling me stupid and everything. Eat it. Eat it, eat it, eat it, because the UFC has officially sold for $4 billion with a B. $4 billion with a B. This is an interesting deal. It's pretty interesting. This has been reported by the New York Times, and since then also SportsCenter, where I am reading this article from. They've been sold to the talent agency WMEIMG. Its owner is Silver Lake Capital, KKR, MSD Capital, the investment firm of Michael Dell. Who seems to be absent from this is Robert Kraft and the Kraft Group, who were very much reported to be a part of this deal, and maybe they are, but they're very minority stakeholders. They are not at least announced in the official selling. So what does this mean for you UFC lovers, all of us UFC lovers? What does it mean? Really, it doesn't mean a lot is changing outside of the Fajita brothers. They're gone. They're done. They're out of the picture. But the figurehead, the guy that you've come to love and possibly loathe, Dana White, is still around. He's getting a massive payday because remember, the Fajita brothers bought this company of UFC for $2 million and are now selling it for $4 billion. Dana White owned 9% and he's getting himself like a $500,000 payday. And on top of that, he's keeping his job as the president of UFC, figurehead of UFC, and he's also getting an ownership stake with this new group being reported at the same percentage he had before, which is 9%. This is pretty damn amazing, man. This is it's one of the best investments in the history of entertainment. Not only that, as far as sports organizations go, this is the largest sale in the history of sports. No sports franchise, no organization, no federation, nothing has sold for as much as the UFC just sold. No singular team. I think the Dodgers hold the record at $2 billion. I believe a couple soccer franchises over here in Europe, I'm in Germany, Jesus, has sold for quite a bit, but nothing close to $4 billion. This sets a new precedent. We're talking about a company that brings in $600 million as they did in 2015, which means that they are getting a 7 times revenue valuation in this sale, which is pretty damn good. It's pretty impressive because with a new talent agency in charge of them and with maybe a more pointed direction, better outlets, the sky's the limit for the UFC, who probably just broke their own record for pay-per-view buys with this last pay-per-view, UFC 200. More than likely going to be their largest in history. It was large enough to where they had no problems paying Brock Lesnar $2.5 million, and that's not even counting what he's going to make off the pay-per-view money and the Reebok check. So not a bad situation at all. Now, this has been an interesting story because Dana White more than the Fajita brothers. The Fajita brothers were more of like, okay, look, we're not talking about any deals that may or may not be done. They were very ambiguous. Dana White has straight out called reports a lie. He has said that you're all stupid, that the sell is ridiculous, because that's what Dana White does. And that's why I like Dana White. I love that he does not give a shit. 0 fucks given at all time by Dana White. It's why I like him. He has no problems lying to you. He has no problems looking stupid. He protects his entity. That's what he does. That's what he's always done. That's what he will always do. And that's why he's good at what he does. I have no problems with him lying. I have no problem with saying it's bullshit because let's face it, had this deal been announced before UFC 200, it could have affected it in a negative standing. There would have been controversy. It would have took the emphasis off the fights. And honestly, with a card that already had as many problems as it did with UFC 200, the last thing they wanted was a ownership controversy. So it did not surprise me that it was only a couple days later that they officially announced it. In fact, 2 days later, that's a couple. That's the definition of a couple, dumbass. They announced it. It's official. UFC has sold for $4 billion. It's pretty interesting. So, especially with a looming cable deal that is getting ready to expire with Fox at the end of 2018. When they renew that, who knows what that's going to bring in. Pretty impressive stuff. Congratulations to the UFC. This is good for UFC fans. It's also very good that Dana White is staying on. So what do you guys think of this UFC sale? Does it mean anything to you? Is it on your radar at all? I want to hear from you guys. Hit me up in the comment section below over on Twitter at DeadOnDaveE. But regardless of what you do, make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to the channel. We're a Machinima partner now. Yes, so we're under the umbrella of Machinima. So come on, give some love to the fat man and make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and turn your ad blockers off, people. Thank you very much for joining me. Remember, tonight, right after Monday Night Raw, we'll be here for your copious review as always. So make sure you're here for that, and we'll see you then. Take it easy, and as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Like my man Tommy C, who'll be live tonight at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Shot from the Point Dead. Shot from the Point, it's in the description box and on my featured channels. Go check him out, as well as Too Tall from XLT Podcast and many other people. Very talented guys on that, and gals on that featured channels. Let's check them out. Keep it copious, folks. Oh, I fucked up my own ending. We'll see you next time. Peace.